Well, hello everybody. I know it's been a long time since I did one of these videos, about 2 years or so, and a lot of things have happened in the last 2 years. We're not going to go into that. What we're going to go straight into is what we're about to cook right now. Now, some of my friends have, through the last couple of years, have sent me various videos, connected me on things that they wanted to see me try. And so this is one of those. And it's a video. The original video was by Brenda Gant, who I follow and I love her videos. First time I ever made biscuits, about 2 years ago. Y'all saw the video. Was a Brenda Gant recipe for biscuits. And this is a recipe for some pound cake. In her video, she did the pound cake with pineapple and with a pineapple glaze on top and some whipped cream. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do basically the same thing with a few exceptions. One of the exceptions being we're going to use peaches instead of pineapple. And we'll make a peach glaze instead of pineapple glaze. Going to add a little cinnamon to it where she didn't, I don't think she added cinnamon. Maybe she did, I can't remember. And so the first thing that we're going to get into is making the whipped cream, because I want to get the whipped cream into the refrigerator right off the bat. Now here you see all the ingredients. I've got some spray, non-stick spray there. I've got the pound cake. That's a different brand than what Ms. Gant used. I've got 2 eggs, powdered sugar, brown sugar, peaches, cinnamon, and some of the leftover juice from the peaches. Now the peaches, I drained those completely. I saved some of the liquid off of that for the glaze, but I drained them, put them in the strainer, I washed them. I didn't want to use any of this liquid for the flavoring. I just wanted the peaches themselves and the brown sugar and the mixture that will make. So I'm going to throw you guys up here in the cabinet for a second. And grab the heavy whipping cream from the refrigerator. Give it a little shake. Just shake it up so that we're not. And into the pan it goes, the bowl, mixing bowl here. And I'm probably going to make way more than what I need. But I like whipped cream, so it's not going to go to waste. Okay, now I have a little bit of regular granular sugar that I'll be using. Probably about a 1/4 cup in the whipped cream, maybe a little bit less than that, and we'll see how this turns out. So I'm going to pause you guys and we will be back in a few minutes. Okay, we're back now. You can kind of see how we're getting there with this whipped cream. Got to be careful, don't want to turn it into butter. I'm going to turn the speed down. I'm going to add the sugar in here. A little bit less than 1/4 of a cup of sugar. That's what I'm going with. I'll sample it in a minute and see if I need a little more. But I don't want the whipped cream to overwhelm the pound cake. Okay, I'm going to put a little vanilla extract in here, not much, about a 1/2 teaspoon. Y'all. It's pretty good. Look there. Okay. This tastes really good. Not too much vanilla, not too much sugar. What's cooking if you don't make a little bit of a mess, right? The texture of the whipped cream is just about what I want it to be, all light and fluffy, and you know, stand on its own, but not quite turned into butter. All right. I'm going to throw this into the refrigerator right quick, let it sit for a while, so it'll be nice and cool when it comes time for the taste test. Okay, let me move this mixer out of the way. All right, now let me show you what I'm going to do here. And this is also a little bit of a variation from what Brenda Gant did. I'm going to put this in these little, these are pot pie tins. And what I'm going to do is spoon some peaches. Wait, getting ahead of myself. First thing we've got to do is spray them. Give them a little spray. Right? Not a whole lot, just enough. Okay, now we're going to throw some peaches in, and we don't want to do too much with the peaches, I don't think. I am just going to add enough. It's a little more than I want. Just to barely cover the bottom. About like that, maybe. Now, this is my first time to try doing it like this, so I'm not 100% sure. This is one of the fun things I like about doing these videos, is it's experimental. And if y'all didn't see how much peaches that I had in here, it was right at 2 cups for 2 of these 15¼ ounce cans. There we go. Okay. Right. I'm going to steal some from one of these. There, that's better. Yeah, I'm liking that. Looks pretty good. Let's get these leveled back out a little bit after my thievery. Okay, rinse my spoon in case I need it again. Okay, powdered sugar, or brown sugar. Now, let's, I'm going to use just 1/3 cup. Yeah, 1/3. So I may or may not use that entire amount. that full 1/3 of a cup. But what we're going to do is just sprinkle some on here until it looks right to us. Okay. That's probably good. If I get quiet on you, it's because I'm concentrating. This is hard work, y'all. You want it to turn out good. And I can have a tendency to be a little bit of a perfectionist. We've talked about that before. Oops. I was going to have a little extra. And, you know, if y'all don't remember, let me give you a refresher. Things don't have to be perfect in order to be good. But I still stress myself out sometimes over trying to get things just right, just perfect. But, you know, don't do that to yourselves. There's no reason for it. I'm preaching to the choir here, y'all. Okay. All right, look there. 1/3 cup did the job exactly. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to set these aside for a second. And we're going to get a 1/4 cup water. Let's check the recipe here. 2/3. It says 2/3. I'm going with a half because we are going to make up the difference with butter. So slightly less than half a cup. The recipe on the box calls for 2/3 of a cup of water, but it only calls for half a stick of butter, and we're going with a full stick of butter. This is going in the microwave. All right, we're going to get that melted down. And while we're waiting for that, we are going to do what I forgot to do already. Let's bring these guys back. Cinnamon. I forgot to put the cinnamon on, and nobody said anything. And we're not going to go heavy on the cinnamon. Just a little. That brown sugar and cinnamon flavor is so good. I just love it. Okay, let's get these guys. Oh, look at that. That brown sugar is already dissolving into a nice little syrup. Y'all can go with more brown sugar if you want, or not brown sugar, but more cinnamon. If you like more, you can go with less. Don't use any cinnamon at all if you don't want to. And, all right, let's see if this is ready. Not quite. Okay, now we can set this aside. Pull this in. Now Mrs. Gant has a brand of pound cake that she uses. It comes with some glaze, a glaze mix. This one doesn't have that, so we're going to make the glaze ourselves from scratch. From scratch, y'all. Okay, water and butter. Butter's not quite melted down. Okay, need some eggs. Uh-oh. Got some shell in that one. Gonna have to get that shell out of there. Almost. There we go. All right. I like to pop the yolks on mine and mix them up just a hair before I put them in. Not scramble them completely. I just like to mix them up a little on something like this. Melt that butter just a little more. About 15 more seconds. Go ahead and pour this in. Okay. All right. While I'm over here and get my oven started, I'm going to go at 350. Get it started preheating, 350 degrees. And we're going to go with these little pies, probably maybe about 20 minutes. Okay, here we go. We're going to mix this up for about 4 minutes or so. And I'm going to put you guys on pause while I'm mixing this thing up. And then I'll bring you back and we'll go on to the next step. See you in just a minute. Okay, we're back. This is about ready. You can kind of see that consistency of it. It's got no lumps left in it. It's pretty smooth. It's a little bit thick, but not terribly thick, and it's not terribly runny. But I like it just a little bit thinner than what you end up with if you follow the recipe on the box exactly. Okay, just a little thinner than that. That's just my personal preference. Some of y'all might like it thicker. You know, everybody's different, and that's okay. That's a good thing. Now I'm going to use this 1/2 cup measuring cup just as a scoop to add the batter to the bowls. Now I don't know, this being the first time I've ever done this, I don't know how much this is going to make. I may have more peaches than what I need. I may have more batter than I can use. I think that looks about right. What do y'all think? I'll smooth it out with the spoon in a minute. A little bit more. Some of y'all, I know, y'all are going nuts over my drippings there. But again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't let the small stuff freak you out, because it is just, at the end of the day, small stuff. The object is to get the batter into the bowl. And some of y'all are thinking I'm not even doing that. That it's going everywhere else except the bowl. Sorry, I had the camera covered up there a little bit. Didn't mean to block y'all out. A little bit more on that one. Okay. Now, we're going to bring this next one over. We're going to do it a little different. Now that we've got the bowl a little bit cleared out and a little bit more manageable, we're just going to use the bowl going to have enough to make it work, maybe. If not, looks like I'm just going to have enough for 3 on this one. So you know what that means. Somebody's eating a bowl of brown sugar, cinnamon peaches with some whipped cream here in a few minutes. Someone being me. So I probably used a little bit more than I should have on some of the other ones. But you get the idea. And my goal here is not to show you how to do this perfectly, but how to do it relatively quickly, maybe, and hopefully end up with a delicious dessert to share with your family, or just to have it all for yourself. Whatever you want to do is fine with me. Okay. Y'all heard the beep over there. It means the oven's ready. Yes, I ate that. Yes. I know. You're not supposed to eat raw cake batter. You know why? Because there's people in this world who don't want you to enjoy anything good. There we go. We're going to leave that in there 15 or 20 minutes. And then we're going to come back and check on it. Okay. I'm going to set this timer for 15 minutes. Get a start. We'll come back and check on it then. And I'll see you guys then. When those come out, these other ones are going in. In the meantime, Daddy's going to eat that little bowl of peaches right there. So I will see you guys in a few minutes. All right, y'all. The alarm just went off on the cake. So I've got to get something to grab it with. Somebody's like, don't you have any pot holders? Not right now. I think those look about perfect. Okay. Turn you off. These ones are going in. All right. We're going to reset 15 more minutes. Get it started, call it good, and we're going to let these cool for a few minutes, and then we'll put the glaze on. We're going to put the glaze on while it's still warm, but not while they're piping hot like they are right now. So I'll be back in a few minutes and we'll do the glaze. All right, y'all. We got some nice little cakes here. This one's got a little divot in it where it kind of failed just a little. It's probably going to be the tastiest one. See the rest of them, really nice little golden brown. They look really good. They're still a little warm. And so we're going to go ahead and mix up the glaze. I'm going to put a little vanilla in the glaze. Not a lot, about a half a teaspoon. Now here's where we use the powdered sugar. And this is where I always make a terrible mess because I get powdered sugar everywhere, it seems like. I'm going with a cup of powdered sugar. And a cup of powdered sugar seems like a lot when you're putting it in the bowl. Let me take y'all up. That's the top of my head. Y'all didn't want to see the top of my head, I don't think. All right. There, let me turn the lights back on for y'all. Now, I have my sliced peaches with the peach nectar still in there. And I'm going to add a few teaspoons of that and then start whisking it in. Let's go with 4 to start with. And this powdered sugar diminishes to nothing pretty quick. That's not going to be enough. Okay, we're just going to keep adding until we get where we want. Go 3 more. It already smells good. I think we're going to have enough already. It's a little thick, but I still have to add my vanilla, so that's going to thin it a hair more. I said we're going to go with 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and I'm not just going to eyeball it this time. I want it a little bit closer. Alright, that looks good. Still feels a hair thick. I'm going to go with 1 more peach nectar. And I'm just going to keep on until I get this to the consistency that I want in order to make it drizzle the way I want it to drizzle onto the top of these little cakey poos. I think that's it right there. What do y'all think? Let's get y'all down here where you can see it. Pretty good, huh? Not too bad. I think that's going to work. Okay, putting y'all back up top. Pull the cakes in here. And I'm just going to do it just like this, maybe. Just want to be careful because I don't want great big globs. I just want to drizzle. What do y'all think? Oh, that's a lot, that's a lot. Whoa. I had a little bit bigger drizzle going than I wanted to there. And this is one of the reasons why I left it in the pan like this, is so that I can just jump from one right over to the other and I'm not making a mess on my countertop. And that should be good. And that should be enough for those last 3 little stragglers that are still in the oven. What do y'all think? Does that look all right? This one's kind of globbed up. What do you say? Spread that one around a little. Got a little more than I planned, more than I bargained for on that one. Come on out here, y'all. Take a look at these three. Those look pretty good. Pretty tasty looking, huh? I think they're gonna do very nicely. Now I'm gonna do an experiment here. Let me get y'all back in the cabinet. Turn off that alarm. Get these out of the way. And we're gonna glaze these ones while they're hot. Just for fun, just to see what it does. It's experimental at this point. And I'm thinking glaze them while they're popping hot, and that glaze might just work its way down into that crusty batter. Buttery flavored cake can be pretty good. And looky there, that glaze, 1 cup of sugar, turned out just about right. Okay, all right, we are going to let these cool off now. All right, we'll let them cool off, and we'll be back here in a little bit with a taste test to see how these things work out. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye-bye. Hello everybody, back again. Everything's done, everything's baked up, whipped cream's made, glaze is put on, and everything's cooled down for the most part. I can't wait any longer to try some. So, going to get me a spoon here. See, spoon. Bring y'all over. Looky there. Little whipped cream. Oh, look at that. We're gonna call that good. And then we're going to dig right into it. Oh, it feels about right. Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look perfect? Here's to you guys. Hot diggity. Y'all, you have got to try this. This is great. It's not too sweet. You know, pound cake is not a sweet cake. The glaze had more sugar than anything that we put on. The peaches, a little bit of brown sugar, and slightly less than a quarter cup of, slightly less than a quarter cup of sugar in the whipped cream. Holy moly. Well, y'all, I will include the recipe that I used in the comments section down below. So if you want to look down there and try it yourself, this thing is great. And you can do, it's very versatile. I used peaches. Brenda Gant used pineapple. You can use blueberries. You can use whatever. It's just really good. I like it. I'm going to have to put this one up or I'm going to ruin my supper. I'll see y'all later. Bye now.